Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back, Sour Mouse here. And tonight, we're back on our level 16 Priest Sourless. And right now, we're currently in Orgrimmar. We're smelting up some of the copper we gathered in the last episode. And it looks like, once again, we have mail. So after we're done here, we're going to go ahead and check the mailbox and take a look and see what's sold. Hope everyone's having a good day. I am extremely tired today, guys. Very, very, very tired. I've been up since 4:30. Went to the gym. Then I went to work. Had a super busy day at work. Came home. Did a little bit of cleaning. Put the kid to bed. Had dinner. Now I'm here. I feel delirious. But not too tired to play some WoW. So here we are. No, but for real, I am super tired. But I definitely want to stay with the schedule we're working on. And I'm going to record an episode of this tonight and an episode of Cataclysm. And maybe even one more. I don't know. We'll see. That's kind of adventurous. I doubt we'll get that motivated here. Let's start with one, and if I'm able to keep going, then no, I'll at least. I think what's on my schedule tonight is the Cataclysm series. I'm assuming. I'm checking real quick. I'm pretty sure it is. Today is Tuesday. Tuesday the 25th today. Yep. So I got to record 2 episodes tonight. One of the Cata series and one of this. So that's the plan. All right, cool. So our copper smelted. We actually now have the ability to smelt tin, which will then allow us to smelt bronze. So we might as well do a little bit of that. The plan for this episode, guys, is we want to make our way to the Barrens finally. Go check out the crossroads and get started on that adventure, which I'm really looking forward to. I love the Barrens. It's one of my favorite zones. I just enjoy the aesthetic and enjoy the amount of quests there. Some really cool quest chains. It's a good time. All right, so I think the closest mailbox is going to be the one right outside here. We're currently we're in the Valley of Honor, so we need to just go outside right over here, over to like the drag, and I believe there's that mailbox that's there. I think that's the closest one. Yeah, I'm curious, guys. You know, I'd like to know what kind of content you guys want to see. Is it retail content? Is it classic content? Is it Cata content? Is it a little mix of everything? Like, let me know. Your feedback is super important to me. All right, so it looks like the Elixir of Minor Agility did not sell, but we did sell some Rune Leather scraps. We sold a recipe. We sold our carving knife finally for 24 silver. Shadow Gem for 3. Some rough stone for 25 silver. Some Peace Bloom for 42, which is a much higher price than we checked a couple days ago. Yeah, nothing too crazy. We're almost up to 10 gold now, though. I feel like that's pretty good at level 16. I feel like we're on pace to be able to get our mount at level 40. I feel like that's a pretty good start. Before we head out, guys, we did grab the flight path for Orgrimmar already, so that's good. We are going to have to walk, unfortunately. We're going to have to walk from Orgrimmar all the way through Durotar and over into the Barrens. That's all right. It's kind of a rite of passage. Before we go, though, I do want to go ahead and throw everything we can on the auction house. Let's go ahead and make some heavy linen bandages as well. See if we can hit 80. There we go. We hit 80. I think that's pretty much it now for linen cloth. Like, I don't think we're going to need it moving forward until we level tailoring at 60. All right, cool. Copper bars going up for a gold 50 again. Remaining 6 will go up for some silver. And then we'll throw our bronze bar up for 54.90. Coarse stone's going to go up. Rough stone's going to go up. Ooh, that rough stone is not selling for much. Yeah, we'll just get rid of this. Looks like we got some greens too from the Ragefire Chasm run last night, so we are going to throw those up. That's kind of 2 gold for that sword. That's crazy. Yeah. That's pretty much everything we can. Cool. Do a quick organize of our bags real quick. And we're off. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to make the journey over to... Let me check something real quick. Do we have... Let's see. I thought there was like a different... I thought there was some more quests that we have to get to go over to the Barrens, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. We're just gonna work our way over there. Oh, actually. Yeah, no. Let's go. I was gonna say let's go grab first aid, but I'm not concerned about that right now. We don't even have any wool cloth, so it's really not a big deal. We can wait on that. Let's make the journey. And I'm gonna meet you guys there. This is basically what we're gonna do. We're gonna walk from here all the way through Durotar, down this path, and into the crossroads, which is here. We got a quest to turn in over there. There's a flight path that we'll grab, and we won't ever have to make that walk again. It's gonna be a little bit of a jaunt, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I will be right back. All right, guys, we made it to the crossroads. We have arrived. We are here, and we're alive. On the way, specifically through Durotar, I grabbed quite a bit more copper ore. It was just kind of everywhere, to be honest. So I just kept finding it. We're gonna go ahead and set our. Actually, wait a second. Let's think about this. Our hearth is currently set to Brill. We need to go back to Brill, well, Undercity, shortly. So I think we're actually going to wait on that, but we are going to grab the flight path. That way we can fly back here from Okamar. Let's see. Okay, we got a bunch of quests to pick up, like a ton. So much so that it's almost overwhelming. Let's turn this in. Hello. We get a cloak with stats now. That's pretty nice. Or gloves with stats. With 2 intellect, 2 strength, which is kind of odd, but I don't know. Do we take the gloves? Do we take the cloak? I think we're gonna take the cloak. I know that's kind of weird, but I'd rather have the 2 stam, considering intellect isn't like our best stat or anything like that, and it has strength on it. That's just super weird. We don't need this lieutenant's insignia anymore either, so we can get rid of that. All right, let's grab fungal spores. We're gonna bring 4 fungal spores to Apothecary Hellbrim at the crossroads. We gotta bring the secure crate to Wharfmaster Dizzywig and Ratchet. We definitely are gonna be going to Ratchet here soon. It's another flight path we have to grab.
Strength and honor.
Bring 12 raptor heads to Gazrog at the crossroads. For sure. Can do that one. That one's just one we're gonna have to pick at as we kind of progress throughout the Barrens.
What do you need?
This is the Planestrider quest. Collect 7 Planestrider beaks and return them to Surgra Darkthorn in the crossroads. This is like Mancrick's wife and whatnot. We're not going to grab that yet. Actually, you know what? We will. Because I think we're going to have to walk to Thunder Bluff here soon, too.
Go with honor.
This is the Razormane tribe. Kill 8 Water Seekers, 8 Thornweavers, and 3 Hunters, and then return to Thork in the Crossroads. Find and return Crossroads supply crates to Thork in the Barrens. So just a ton of quest congestion, which is going to be nice for us. Just everything we're doing is going to be counted towards a quest pretty much. Collect 8 Witchwing Talons. So these are the Harpy quest to the northwest. Oh man, so many quests. All right. And then Consumed by Hatred as well. I believe that's the quest to Southern Barrens to kill a bunch of...
Blood and thunder.
Yeah. I'm going to kill a bunch of Quillbore.
Go forth.
I guess we'll get it for... I don't know how our quest log is. We're at 14 out of 20, so we got enough space. Lost in Battle. Find Mankrick's wife. And the Forgotten Pools, which we need to do to eventually open up the Wailing Caverns quest. So, we're loaded up right now on quests, pretty much. Like, that's a lot of quests. Let's sell that. And we don't need all of these bandages, so I'll sell one of those. Alright, guys. So we got the flight path. Realistically, we could do a couple different things right now. We could walk to Thunder Bluff. Again, obviously, I would cut that out and grab the flight path. Then Hearth to Brill. There is a quest here called Until Death Do Us Part, which requires us to go back to Brill. So I think that's what we'll do. Since we've already kind of made this a travel episode, we might as well keep it going. So before we make the trek, guys, I just realized that Mankrick's wife is right over here. So if we can sneak over here, we can complete this quest real quick. I was kind of worried about like aggroing these Plainstriders, but they're really not that high in comparison to our level. I keep forgetting that we're level 16. Alright, that body is of a female orc warrior. It is clear that she died in battle, probably against the Quillbore in the area. I inspect the body further. You turn the body over and see the marks from blades and spells upon the deceased orc. Her armor all but destroyed, her hair matted to her face. Based on Mankrick's description of her, there is no doubt in your mind that this was his wife. He will be upset by the news, but you were sure he should know the truth. Aw, man. That's sad. Alright, guys, so we made it to Thunder Bluff. That was quite the adventure. That took quite a long time, honestly. I'm glad we don't have to do that again. Let's just put it that way. The Flight Master is clear up at the top of this, I guess you'd call it kind of like a totem, I guess. So we're going to climb this ramp and we're going to grab the flight path so we don't ever have to do that walk again. Thunder Bluff is probably one of my favorite cities. I know that's kind of a hot take. I know that's a lot of people's least favorite, but
Greetings.
I think it's probably one of the most... just Mulgore in general, and I might have mentioned this in previous episodes of specifically the Cataclysm series, but it's just such a chill vibe. That's what I really like about it. I like making Torrens and cranking up the music and just having a good old time. It's fun. All right. Actually, we went the wrong way. We need to walk over to the Elder Rise, because that's actually where we turn in the quests for RFC. And it looks like that's going to be this way. Can we get there? No, we need to go up one more. And out this way, I think is the best route. Yeah, so that'll be a nice little bit of XP from this quest, hopefully. And then what we're going to do is we're going to work our way over to the Spirit Rise, and there's a quest inside here called Until Death Do Us Part. And now I don't remember entirely what it is, but I know that it involves going back to Silverpine Forest, which we're about to do for a moment. We're going to head back that way to turn in a quest in the Undercity, which is the other quest we have for RFC. So that is the whole reason why we're going back to that neck of the woods. Searching for the lost satchel. See, this is the quest that we missed out on. This is the quest that we should have had. So we are not going to run Ragefire Chasm again, unfortunately. I don't plan on running it a second time. Otherwise, I'd pick it up. But I don't think we're going to run it again. So that's going to be it. So I'm going to work our way over to the Elder Rise just for the sake of time. Like, I don't want this episode to be all walking to different places. I'm going to try and jump cut it and condense it as best I can so that it only takes up a short portion of the video, and then we can save the main entree of the video for the Baron's questing. So yeah, needless to say, I'm probably going to be playing this character for a couple hours tonight and condensed into like a 1 hour video. Alright, we're in the Pools of Vision. This is another little cool spot in Thunder Bluff. If you're not familiar, it's a little cave over here on top of a mountain. It's pretty awesome. And then once you go inside, it's got like, I'm pretty sure it has like a mage trainer, a priest trainer, you know, like all like the magic users and stuff. Here's that quest right here. Until death do us part. Filthy scum leaves me for his damn crusade, because the light is the most important thing we have against the threat the undead pose. Well, what about his children? What about me? Night after night I sat patiently waiting for him, always second to his blasted duty. Well, witness what justice brings you, Sourless. He's dead, and I'm bearing the very thing he was trying to stop. Take this piece of junk and put it on his tomb at the sepulchre. I want nothing to do with it anymore. Or him.
Dark Lady, watch over you.
Okay, we can do that. So the other quest is the Serpent Bloom quest up here, which is for Wailing Caverns. Now I can't guarantee we're going to be doing Wailing Caverns a bunch. So normally it takes a couple runs to finish that. But it's worth grabbing for now, just in case. We do need to keep an eye on our quest log. We still haven't even picked up Ratchet quests, and we're already at 17 out of 20. So we need to be careful here. That's it for Thunder Bluff. We grabbed the flight path. We turned in our RFC quest, and we hit up the Spirit Rise. Let's go ahead and hearth the Brill, and then I'm going to walk to the Undercity. All right, we're on the elevator down into the city. I forgot about the Rayla's Ring quest. So Rayla in the Undercity is what it's called. So let's turn that in. It looks like that's somewhere over here. Oh, it's down here. So let's do that. I'm not sure what this, if there's a follow-up to this or what the deal is. Guess we'll find out.
This had better be good.
Looks like there is a follow-up. Kill Vadred Moray, bring his hand to Rayla Andrian in the Undercity. What is that? What do we need to do for that? I don't get it. Where? Oh. That's way down here. That's a level 20 quest. Yikes. I don't know if we're going to be doing that one. We've never done it before though, so it might be worth it. Okay, the other one we want to turn in is clear down here in the Apothecarium at the very end. Let's head down that direction. Definitely want to turn this one in. This is the RFC quest. Alright, let's talk to Vera Mathris and turn this in.
Always on the winning side.
So these pants aren't really an upgrade for. I mean, they have more armor, they have 2 stam and 4 intellect, but ours have 3 spirit, which is a better stat for us. What do they look like? Yeah, I mean, if we were a mage or a warlock, I'd say we'd go with it, but we're a priest, so I think the legs we have are better. So we're going to take what gives us the most silver, which is these gargoyle leggings. But we get 1,450 experience, which is pretty solid. Okay, so the next thing we want to do, guys, is we want to... let's see. What quest do we have to turn in Silver Pine? We just have this until death do us part. I think... I'm trying to decide if that's worth turning in right now, because we'd have to fly to Sepulcher and then fly back to the Undercity. I guess it is. I guess it doesn't like really like backtrack us at all. So let's do that. Then we'll fly back to the Undercity, and then we'll finally head back to the Barrens, which is going to be another little trek because we're going to have to take the Zeppelin back to Orgrimmar and then fly back to the Crossroads. But we'll be done after that. And the quest housekeeping and the traveling and grabbing the flight pass will have been done, and now we can fly freely to Thunderbluff when we need to. We also picked up the Camp Tarajo flight path on the way to Thunderbluff, so we can fly there. The only one we don't have that we're gonna need is Ratchet, but that's really not that far of a walk. So let's go ahead and go to the Sepulcher real quick. We'll knock this out, and then we'll fly back. Actually, from the Sepulcher, once I turn this in, I'll probably just meet you guys at the Crossroads, quite honestly. Where's the... Oh, here it is.
What now?
So yeah, let's go to the Sepulcher real quick.
Remember.
We'll get this turned in. We'll take another look, too, just to see, like, dollar and pendants. I think what we'll end up doing is, like, once we get closer to, like, 19 or 20, we'll do another swing through Silver Pine. Because I would like to do some of these quests. I would like to do the Amber Mill investigations. I would kind of like to try to do the Pyrewood Village quest. I know they're elites, but once we're like level 20, maybe we can actually do it. And I would like to do this Husband's Revenge quest because I've never done any quests down here. And then, yeah, the Fenris Isle quest I would like to do. I wasn't able to do the... Like, there's a quest where we have to kill some guy in this castle. I wasn't able to do it on the Warlock, so I'm wondering if we could do it at, like, level 20 on a Priest. I'm curious to know, and I kind of want to try it. So, yeah, we will be coming back to Silver Pine. The only issue is I don't want to, like, I don't want to grab too many quests. And I definitely want to do the Barrens as well. So... we're just going to have to kind of play it by ear. I might have to abandon all these Silver Pine quests for now and come back later and pick them up. All right, so it looks like this is where we turn in until death do us part. This is the tomb of that undead's husband. So the gist I got from this quest is that, you know, this guy was like trying to fight to protect from the scourge, or not scourge, or the undead invasion, and he died doing it, and his wife is now undead, which is what he was ultimately trying to prevent from happening. And he devoted his whole life and sacrificed his marriage and his kids' relationship to protect and serve. And his wife's pretty upset about it. So we are now going to place, what was it, a ring or something? I want to look. It's a pendant. We're placing the pendant on his grave because his wife doesn't want it anymore. I wish we could have got to read that. That's the one thing I don't like about the Questy auto turn-in, is that it does that sometimes. Skips the dialogue. All right, we're going to head back to the Crossroads now. We got a long trek in front of us. I'm not going to grab these quests. We can come back later for these. And then real quick, let's just double check. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and abandon that. I'll try and hang on to a husband's revenge for now. Actually, no, we'll get rid of it. I think we can pick it up in Undercity, no big deal. And the rest of the quest should be for the Barons. We're 12 out of 20, so that should be okay. We're gonna head back now, and I will see you guys in the Crossroads. Alright guys, so we have landed in the Crossroads, finally. That was quite the adventure. So that overall whole process, starting from Overmar and everything, took over an hour. Condensed down to, I think, about 25 minutes of footage. That's just absolutely crazy. I might be able to condense it down even further than that. I don't know. We'll see. But let's go ahead and jump into this, guys. Let's talk to Man Crick. Turn in the quest there. That's a little bit more of an XP for us. And then it looks like we also have mail, so I want to check that out too. I know we've already spent so much time just kind of doing like random things this video, but looks like our bronze bar sold for 53 silver. So that puts us over that 10 gold mark. The next thing I want to work on, guys, is I want to focus on everything that's green. I want to go do this Quillbore quest while working on the Plain Striders, and then I want to circle over to the Forgotten Pools and take care of those first. Those are going to be first priority for us before they turn gray. Starting the Barons out at level 16 has its advantages, but it also has its disadvantages. I feel like a lot of the quests that we're going to be doing, we're going to have to be careful not to let them turn gray. The Barons is a 10 through 20 zone, so that means there's a ton of quests here, and that probably means that we're going to have to skip some quests. I just can't see us actually needing to do all of them at this point. But we do need these raptors, and we do need the Plain Striders, so we're going to kill every single one of these on the way over to the Quillbores. I'm glad we got those things done, though. Like the traveling and getting the flight points for Thunder Bluff. That's going to make this whole process just a lot smoother. Because eventually we were going to need those anyway. We were going to have to go to Thunder Bluff eventually. We were going to have to go to Camp Tarajo eventually. So, you know, wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when. So we just knocked it out, ripped the Band-Aid off, got it done. Plus, it required me not to have to really think that hard, because I am super tired. I know we mentioned that at the beginning of the video, but I'm already an hour into this, and I'm beat, man. I'm ready for bed. And to think that I still have to record a Kata series. Or a Kata episode. It's crazy. It's crazy work. I just saw an alliance run that way. Get him, 60 troll mage. Get him. Oh, I didn't skin. See, I'm tired, so I'm going to be forgetting to skin things. I would love it if we could hit 60 or 17 this episode. That'd be really cool. I can't guarantee it's going to happen. We only have about 30 minutes to make that happen. Could. It could. If we get the Plain Strider quest done, if we get the Quillbore quest done, if we get the Forgotten Pools quest done, but I don't know if 30 minutes is enough. And this Plain Strider quest doesn't have the best drop rate all the time. Sometimes it does. Sometimes I feel like you get it really quick. Oh, he snagged that before I could. I will take the Plain Strider, though. I think he's going for that, too. God, you gonna take everything? I'm taking these. I'm taking these. I'm getting greedy. I think we can do it. They're level 12, so throw up a renew. Gotta keep myself awake somehow. Do a quick fear. We can get a heal off. It won't aggro any of these guys, I don't believe. We need to rebuff our inner fire as well. I guess that's what I get for being greedy. We didn't get a single beak off those 3. Guess it happens like that. I'm gonna buff this guy. And this guy. Like Oprah Winfrey with the buffs. You get a buff. You get a buff. We're gonna take 3 on again. I don't know if that's the brightest of decisions, but we're doing it. Let's bubble. Get a renew tick. Actually breaks, 3 of them break our shield pretty fast. Dang, with the beaks, man. That's crazy. Two definitely shouldn't be as hard. There we go, we got one. Nice. So I think this is like episode 9, I believe. And this series has been scheduled. I mean, today is right now, it's March 25th. So we still have 6 days before even the first episode is released. Which is crazy. I've never done anything like that before. I've never been like this ahead of a series, which is actually pretty nice, but I feel like it kind of sucks because by the time you guys are seeing this, I'm going to be way ahead than I am now. So it kind of sucks for like interaction purposes because you guys like to tell me like, hey, you know, you're not skinning things, or like, hey, you should do this, and I'm gonna be way past that point by the time you guys actually see the vid. So that's the only thing that sucks, but I think that this will help me stay a little bit more consistent because I feel like you know, if I need to take a couple of days off or take a few days off, I can, because I have the uploads being like scheduled to still come out. So it kind of bridges the gap of how ahead I am, but still have stuff coming out. And I think I said something about how, like, at the beginning of the series, I think it was like in episode 1, like how I'm not really feeling like playing retail right now. And since I've been working on this series so consistently, it really has got me kind of with the itch to play retail. I don't want to make any promises because I feel like the last time I got you guys hyped that I was going to be making retail content, and I never did. I feel like I've done that a lot with the series that I've made in the past in general. Like, you know, like with the first retail series I did, the Warlock, I think that was the one that I did the most of. I think I got, I don't know, like 20 something episodes in. We made it to Shadowlands content, but then the expansion came out and I was like, I don't know, I felt like we needed to start over. And then I think around that time Wrath of the Lich King came out too, so I was really addicted to Wrath of the Lich King for a while. And I didn't really feel like playing as much retail. Why does I feel like my forehead is red right here. I don't know why. I think I accidentally scratched it or something. That's crazy. I can see it in the camera. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so, and then what did we do next? We did the Druid, which I ended up really just not enjoying, and I still get comments on that series like, is this going to continue? And no, unfortunately it's not. I mean, I don't think we'll be continuing that ever. And it's unfortunate because I want to like Druids. Like I think I enjoy Druids in like Classic, but I think they're just too hard. Like, I'm just not a very skilled player, and like Feral was complicated. So maybe we'll try again if it ever, you know, isn't as complicated. I might be able to do like a balance playthrough or something, but I feel like even then, like, it's not that fun, personally. I think if we were going to play retail again, I think I would probably enjoy something like Mage, or Warrior, or Hunter. And even Hunter's kind of a stretch because I feel like I really only like Classic Hunters. I didn't really like them in Cataclysm when they switched to the focus thing, which I know is weird because it was such a better playstyle. But I just didn't like the way it felt, personally. Just everything is so different in retail than it is in Classic. It's just crazy. Like, everything feels so different. I logged on last night just to check things out. Like, I just was looking at like my characters and stuff, and yeah, so when I bought the expansion, I got a free 70 boost. I think I boosted a priest, and it's just like I just have no attachment to the character at all. Like, it's like, okay, I got a free 70. That means nothing. I didn't put the blood, sweat, and tears to level it. I didn't, you know, like, it's like the game is like, okay, get to max level, now do Mythic Plus. And like, I don't even have any interest of doing Mythic Plus, so like, what does that mean for me, you know? What if for me, I like the journey of leveling up your character and getting stronger and like that, the whole adventure. So what does retail have for me then? If I don't want to do Mythic Plus, the leveling experience is not good, and I don't know. See, that's just kind of where I'm at. But then there's this other side of me too that's like, you know, I want to experience what it's like. You know, maybe I would like Mythic Plus. Maybe if I gave it a shot, you know, maybe the PvP is good. Maybe the leveling process is pretty cool. You know, you can make it fun by like going through Chromie time and doing these different expansions and maybe trying out some stuff you've never tried, exploring the world. You know, just doing stuff like that, I think would be fun. You know, so there's two parts of my brain that are kind of battling it out with each other when it comes to retail WoW, and that's kind of where my headspace is. But I know a lot of you guys enjoy it, and a lot of you came to my channel originally from like the Warlock series, from the Druid series, even from the Shaman series that I did, that was also not finished. And it sucks because like anytime I release a kata video or a vanilla video, it clearly doesn't get as much traction as retail content does. You know, so I can kind of tell where the interest is, and there's points where I'm just like, I don't even care. Like, I don't feel like doing that content, so I'm not gonna force it. And yeah, it's just kind of the way it is. All right. Sorry, that was a long tangent. So we need 2 more of the water seekers, which here's one right here, and then we also need 3 of the hunters. So we need to keep an eye out for the guys walking around with the wolves. How are we doing on time? We're about 15 minutes in, which means we have about 15 more minutes. Just need a couple more of these beaks for the plane striders as well. Let's round up a few of these. Get blasted. You get a Shadow of Pain. You get a Shadow of Pain. I'm gonna fear you guys now. Pop a renew. I don't know what it is about wanding. I find it extremely satisfying. That's what I was really enjoying about the Warlock too, is just the whole wanding thing. Letting my Voidwalker tank and just sitting back, throwing some dots up and wanding. So our skinning is at 111. That's pretty good. There's a lot of plane striders over here. Damn. Unfortunately, we're not getting as much experience from these guys as we normally would, because they're green. But that just means we're able to complete the quest faster. We're also getting these light feathers. Yeah, we have 8 of these guys, which are gonna, I think, sell pretty good on the auction house because mages need them. Actually, priests need them as well for slow fall and levitate. Yeah, we're getting quite a bit of them. All right, that's it for the plane striders. That's a good light feather farm, actually. I also know that the harpies drop them too. It's another area we could go to farm those. All right, here's gonna be our last seeker, as long as no one else grabs it. I still don't see any hunters. They did some server maintenance yesterday, I believe, because we were getting some bad disconnects the other day. What is this? This is a copper vein. Let's grab the copper vein. We gotta grab that. But yeah, we were getting some really bad disconnects the other day. And when we were in Silver Pine Forest, that was on Sunday night. And then they did some server restarts on Monday morning, which normally they do maintenance on like Tuesdays, but I think they did it on Monday this week just because I would imagine because of all the DDoS attacks. That's what was happening, by the way, which I realized was that OnlyFans was getting DDoSed, which is crazy. I don't follow that much, but I guess that sucks. A bunch of people died in a raid. Like, that's crazy. I guess it's over now. I don't know. At least that's the last I saw of it. They're done. They're not going to continue it, which is unfortunate. Like I said, I didn't really follow it, but I did see that. It's wild. All right, we need these hunters. I'm not seeing them. Oh, here's one. As soon as I say that. I was gonna say, I know that they pat over on this side too, so let's take out his little friend first. Defender. These hunters are everywhere when I don't need them. There's one. I think we're gonna aggro both here. Yeah. It's alright though, we got it. At the end of the world. Okay, so that's it for those two quests. Copper vein down here we'll probably want to grab if we can, if it's easy. If it's not, I'm not going to worry about it. Is it easy? It's not looking easy. Maybe it is. Yeah, I think we can get it without aggroing anything. Backspace is a little tight again. Crossroads supply crates. Should we grab this right now? I think we have to come back here. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that quest right now. You know what we should have done, though, is when we flew back to the crossroads, we should have set our hearthstone there. But we didn't. It's unfortunate. Alright, let's see. What else have we got? So we still got these raptor heads. I guess we can head over this way. We still have about 10 minutes. We can head over this way. Wait, no, we only have about 8 minutes. Let's try. Let's try and make it. Let's head over to the Forgotten Pools. Let's see if we can at least explore the waters of the Forgotten Pools. And I guess we'll try and grab the fungal spores as well. There's this quest down here too, the Spirit of Stone Talon. Eventually we'll be heading over in that direction to turn or start Stone Talon Mountains. It's not going to be too far either because we're already level 16. I think we'll start doing that kind of stuff around 18 or 19 most likely. Anyone doing the starting Crossroads quest? We are, but we've already started. Yeah, tomorrow I get to sleep in a little bit, but I gotta wake up kind of earlier than I normally do. Well, I say early, but like my early is like not normal people's early. My early is like 8 o'clock. That's still early to me, damn it. Sleeping in is when I get to sleep in until like 9:30. 10 o'clock. That's sleeping in for me. That's solid. So needless to say, getting up at 4:30 today kicked my ass. I usually only get up that early. Excuse me. I usually only get up that early on like Tuesdays. And sometimes Fridays. Depending on, because on Wednesdays and Thursdays, like I said, I work late. So I can usually take my son in the morning at like 8 o'clock, 8 or 9 o'clock. And then come back, go work out, and then come back, and then still I work from home on those days, so it's like, you know, fire up my computer at like 10:30, check my emails, get ready for the day, make a cup of coffee, and then I'm able to sign on and get to work by 11. But come the 1st of April, that is all going to change, and I am 8 to 5 every day of the week. It's crazy because I'm learning how to do this role like already, and like I'm nervous because I just don't. It's completely new, but I'm sure after a few months, you know, I'll have it down and it'll be second nature. But it's gonna be interesting. Here's a fungal spore. This quest is kind of a pain to do, like on a fresh server. Oh no, inventory's full. Let's get rid of this belt. Yeah, there's never any shrooms at all. There's always people doing this quest. I almost think they like jacked up the respawn rate of these though, because I feel like they have been spawning faster the last few times I've done this. Who knows? Who knows? I can't even look at my bags. Like, it's awful. Goose Lord. Alright, I'm gonna grab this copper vein, and then... Did we explore? No, we didn't explore yet. We need to swim down to the bottom of that lake. Or pool, I guess I should say. Who just buffed me? Oh, this guy. Troll Priest. Level 13. It'd be funny if I hit that guy. And we just got wrecked. Alright, now we're gonna head back to the crossroads because we should be able to get our level now. No problem. So I will be there in just a second. Alright guys, so first things first, let's go ahead and sell. Who just buffed me? It's 22 mage. You guys stand buff. Alright, let's sell all this stuff. Anything we can, really, though. Anything that's gray that we couldn't sell in the auction house. This is soulbound, so we can sell that. We want to keep on or holding on to those light feathers. I think everything else we're good to hang on to for now. Alright, let's talk to Apothecary Hellbrim, turn that in. I think one of these quests he gives us, it's like a timed quest that we have to deliver something to Thunderbluff. We don't want to do that yet though.
Lotar. Strength.
We will grab the follow-up for this Quillbore quest. Kill 8 Razorman Geomancers, 8 Razorman Defenders, and Kreenig Snarl Snout.
Go with honor.
When we were working on our Warlock series in the Classic over on I think it was like Bigglesworth or Whitemane or something. Boom, level 17, guys. That quest we had a difficult time with when we were on the Warlock. I do remember that. Buffs for days. I think people giving me their buffs, they want the stamp buff. I think I'm getting more buffs being a priest than any other class.
Peace, friend.
Return to Tonga at the crossroads after investigating the stagnant oases. So we have to go down here now. So we have so many quests. Holy moly, it's crazy. All right. So I think in the next episode we'll continue picking at these. Again, kind of focusing more so on the quests that are green. Wow, we have a quest that's gray already. We have taken this to Ratchet. It's gonna yield us absolutely no experience. That's nuts. That's the other thing. We do need to go to Ratchet at some point. Let's take a look at our sales. We got the 1 silver, 1 silver, 42 silver, 142, and 12. So we're currently up to 12 gold and 59 silver. It's pretty solid. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. We're a little over an hour, I think, into this episode in total. So I think we're at a good stopping point. First and foremost, I want to apologize. I feel like, again, this episode was kind of uneventful, with the first 25 minutes just traveling, but I really think that it's worth it, and I think overall it's going to make it a little bit more efficient for us in the long run. But we were able to get a couple quests done, which is great, and next episode will just be all questing, and we'll hopefully be able to take out at least a few good pieces of the Barrens, which I'm excited for. So stay tuned and look forward to that. But again, that is an adventure for another day. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.